Hello. Working. All right, we're working. Oh, just had a funny conversation. So we're waiting for Anastasia to come live. She's gonna share her frequency offer that she has. She's gonna do a clearing on me. Good luck to her with the shit going through me. But let's get a collective card. We have the super moon in on Thursday. Super moon in Scorpio, new moon in Scorpio. So yeah, that's always a good time. Whew. All right, all right, Anastasia's here. I'm gonna do a collective card pull real quick, and then she's gonna pop up on here. Collective, we got expression. Collective energy is all about expression. Scorpio new moon is all about emotions, watery energy, very emotional. Expression is going to help move those emotions through. Hello, lovely lady.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Let me invite some people to come watch. Um,
So I can't
you'll,
see you. I can just see me, and I don't know if that matters. I'm just gonna roll with it.
yeah,
Um,
I mean, I could see you, so,
okay,
huh,
perfect.
that's
I'm
weird.
gonna just bring you up on my computer so I can like see see
All right.
your face.
It's like
But yeah.
stretched on my computer, but it's cool. Oh, James is here. Hi,
Oh, I see
James.
you. Okay, cool. That
All
works for
right.
me.
Good. So tell us about yourself and what you're going to do, the fun we're going to
Yeah.
have today. Let
Oh,
me
let
say
me
a
turn it.
prayer before we start. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, please. Oh, please. I'll take all the prayers.
All right. Tell us a little bit about yourself,
Oh,
the work you do,
okay.
where
You
you're
didn't want to do
from,
the
all the good
prayers?
stuff.
You don't
Oh
want to
no,
do the prayers?
I was joking. I was joking.
Oh,
I'm in rare form today. Don't mind me.
okay. All right, so my name is Anastasia Papanikolaou, and I work mostly virtually right now, although I do some hands-on healing work as well. And I studied a modality called super connection. I went to England in 2017. It's a dowsing modality. I love it. I love it. This module has over 60 charts, and I dowse to see where we need to start. But sometimes people will just come in and say, "Oh, I've got an issue with a relationship or
Mm-hmm.
money blocks." So people can certainly tell me like what they want to work on, and then I'll find the charts to go through. So there's so many charts, but ultimately, as we move through all of them, what I'm going to do with Sierra today is ultimately, when I get through a chart or at the end of a session, we're clearing the fear-based emotions, so the stuck energy, the stored energy, the repeating patterns, and then we clear with I give love-based words. So we're going to replace. We clear the
Mm-hmm.
junk, not junk. That may not be the best word, but we clear the
It's
old
probably
stuff,
junk for me.
the old and stored stuff, and then we replace with really positive, loving words. The chart is called love-based energies, and you'll see what I mean by that. And then, do you want me to do a frequency code at the end also? Would you like that?
Listen, I'm open to whatever. What do we do for Thursday night, last Thursday? And I've been clearing like crazy all weekend, so it was
Oh,
really good.
oh,
Yeah.
so you were still feeling the effects?
Yeah, it was moving through. I was moving through a lot of there was a lot of anger coming up, a lot of rage, and then there was a lot of like confidence and self-worth like was coming through. And it's funny because like I started going to the gym and was like when I was moving my body, I can almost like feel the energy just like washing away. So what you're doing is so powerful that it lingers, right? And how many sessions are the best amount of, or the, yeah, like what's the best amount of sessions somebody would feel like is worth it to work with you? Because I mean, I had one and I was just like, oh shit, right? So what do you think is the best results for people?
Yeah, I have, well, what I have is a packet of 3 and 6. so
Okay.
that, we can talk. I would discuss with the person if they want to do, um, it's an hour-long session each. So 3 is fabulous, 6 is better, of course. I
Right.
feel like when you're going to counseling, you're not going to get to the root of something in one session.
Right.
And massage too, right? Like, I tell people, do you just go once? Do you go to a chiropractic appointment once? I
Right.
mean, for acute stuff, sure, but you get your body back in balance and then you need that maintenance.
Yeah. And
So,
sorry, no, I was gonna say, and I felt that because it's like almost I've been clearing a lot of anger lately, like over the past couple months, and I feel like you activated a deeper layer of it, like almost that suppressed range where I was like, oh, like I did not see that there, right? Like I didn't know that was there. And it's little things coming up into my subconscious for me to like experience and like hear it, right? Like I hear the thought and then I'm able to release it, right? So
mhm,
I'm like interested to see how remaining sessions go because I mean, I've said this to you before, being in your energy is just enough, right? Like you are that powerful. Your energy is that I want to say consuming, but not in a bad way. Like it really, I feel like it just starts working. Like even right now, I'm like, she already started working on me before we even like started, right? I could just feel my heart space opening up. Because that's similar to
um,
how I work, right? Like I love that. And like I don't just let anybody into my field. So you have to be of a certain caliber energetically, right, to have this purity and this level of protection and safety in divinity to work when doing the work that we do, right? Because it does not just transform this lifetime; it goes timelines, right? Dimensions, like it goes back and forth, side to side, wherever. Um, and that's like a high degree of honor to be able to do the service and the work that we do. And I since Thursday, I was just like, damn. Like, I was like, damn, I didn't think, like, I knew you were powerful, but I didn't think it was going to hit me as hard as it did. Because, like I said, I feel like I've been working, working through, but the suppressed rage that I've been like clearing feels so ancient, right? And it's like at the depths of my sacral coming out, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Where was this? Like, where was this sitting,
mhm,
right? But it opens up and clears so much, and we talk about like ROI on a session like this or whatever. Um, it opens up for new energy to come in, right? And do you put protective like protocols in place? Wow, because for me when I do clearing work on people, like I keep them in a certain container where they're in it until it's complete, because when you're clearing the energy, you're open and susceptible to other energies coming through. Do you like, what's your protocol? I mean, we're going to go through it because you're going to work on me, but kind of what's the protocol, like the process if I were to step into your room or your virtual space, like what does it look like?
yeah, that is a really good question. So, um, as you know, the minute somebody books a session with somebody, the work is already started.
Yep.
And I learned that long ago when I was being trained, and my teachers said that. They're like, okay, this class doesn't start for 6 months or 2 months. The minute you make that payment or that decision, but it is really when and it's not about the money, but you've got your
Right.
skin in the game when you've booked it
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
you've paid for it, and then the energy starts to it's already starting. So if people,
Yeah.
that is such an important thing that a lot of people don't understand that are maybe new to healing work
Hmm.
is, in fact, I did a session on Friday, and this is someone I know, and when she booked it, I will tell you this, I won't say who it is because, you know, for privacy, but she booked it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a Dragon Reiki session. And because I knew her and I felt nudged, I private messaged her and said, you know what? We're not seeing each other for 2 or 3 weeks. Why don't you call in your Dragon team in between now and then?
Right.
Because they've already started working with you. And she was like, oh, that's such a cool idea. So she
Hmm.
did that. And then we met and we did the session. So first of all, that's not to answer your question, but the work is already started, and
Hmm.
there are, I'm starting to do this more and more where I start prayer work like before I get into session with folks, or the night before.
Hmm.
I put them in this container of, okay, like God, universe, please. like start the process, and I
Yeah.
put them in a prayer container. And then I do my protocol for, like, when we're in session, I ask for all their guides, angels, guardians, all 9 yards. Archangel Michael, I adore.
That's my
You
boy.
know, I work
Yeah.
with the violet flame because we're,
Hmm.
if anything is really too intense, sometimes for me to shift it, the violet flame will transmute.
Yeah.
Um, and there's so many beings that I don't know, and I leave room for that. I'll say, only beings of the highest love and
Hmm.
light are welcome here. I may feel them, I may not, but I know they're working. So I just invite them because they're going to show up anyway,
Right.
right? So
You're
I
right.
just
We
like,
don't control the room. Well, we control it, but not to the extent.
yeah,
They're going to get what they need, is what I would say.
yeah. And then, and I definitely like the team that I call, it's really the person's team, but
Yeah.
I'm like, no, only beings of light and love. Like there's no
Yeah.
darkness that's going to come in.
Hmm.
Um, And then with the super connection, the dowsing, there's my teacher calls it prep to work, where she's got these statements,
Hmm.
do I have anything with this person from another lifetime? Yes or no, please clear it. Am I
Hmm.
clear to do the session? Yes or no? So
Right.
there's that prep to work with the
Yeah.
thing.
And it's, and there's the aftercare too, right? Making sure that you're clearing your energy, you're not taking on what you cleared. And one of the things, I was talking with a new connection the other day, and he does similar work, and he's like, it's not us that helps. It's, the divine coming through us. We're just the vessel. And I like agree almost like 97%, because the 3% is like, it's our vessel, right? We got to take care of ourselves. We got to make sure that we are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually sound to, help people. So we're consistently doing the work, right, on ourselves, and before we're even getting into the room. And like you said, like I do very similar, where they'll text me, I dreamt about you, or whatever, right?
Mm.
Or they can feel me, or like within a week or two of us having a session, I'm usually starting to get messages. It depends on how busy my schedule is, but I'll reach out and say, hey, like this is coming up, or hey, you should do this. Oh, did you, how are you doing? Like I always know when I get a nudge to like go and talk to certain people, right? Send them a message, because I can feel them or hear their thoughts, right? We have that telepathy, um, and it's like there's so much uh unspoken clearings that happen, right? Like I have a lot of connections where we can energetically clear each other and communicate in like the dream space or in the meditative state, where then we get in person, and it's like that was cleared out of the, whatever it might be, right? That's cleared out of the way. And that's kind of how I work with my clients too. I do a lot of the work prior to even, it's almost like I'm telling you what I did, right? What already happened, when we're in session. So I think it's interesting, like that our work is very similar with different modalities, right? We do different, like you have your charts. Are they like physical charts, or is it like what are you looking at when you're doing the
Yeah,
work?
I do, and because it's proprietary, I'm always like, "Oh, I don't want to share, but I'll just like do a quick, well, because it's my teacher's work,
Yeah.
but here I'll show you. So like this is the master chart. This is all
Okay.
the charts. So I might douse and it might take me to the grief chart. These are just
Yeah.
all the charts all together, right?
Okay.
But like I don't mind, there's a grief chart. There's patterns causing illness, birth trauma, limiting
Mm-hmm.
belief. There's a meridian chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Meridians, chakras separate.
Right.
Um, so many charts. So she set it up at like pie charts,
Mm-hmm.
and I use my pendulum. I hold it over, and it pulls to a
Okay.
certain word, and
Oh,
that's
that's
how
cool.
it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing that I just wanted to say is when people, a lot of people will look at my Acuity link, because right now my website's not that great. I'm sorry, guys. I know
All
that's
good.
not a good thing, but people are like, I don't even know what to choose. And if I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell people if they're doing a packet of 3 or 6, it doesn't matter because we're going to figure out, like, do you need
Yeah.
this? Do you need Dragon Reiki today? Do you need the
Mm-hmm.
dowsing? Do you need me to
Right.
do the Blueray, which is like shamanic clearing? It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. And even if
Yeah.
they book a transformation session, which is dowsing, because everything's priced at the same point. So if they do just a one-off, if they're like, oh, I didn't want to do dowsing, I want to do Dragon Reiki, it's not a big
Right.
deal because it's the same price point, right? So it doesn't matter. So people
Right.
don't know I have the discovery call, but not to worry about that, because like we're doing the dowsing today and I'm going to do the frequency number with you. But
Uh,
yeah, I don't want people to worry, because it's whatever the person needs in that moment. You know, I'm going to
yeah,
like work with what they need. I'm not going to like make them do a session that isn't what they
yeah.
need for them
And
to.
it could shift like right before they even like the second
Yeah,
before the session or in session, right? Like
in
I've noticed
session.
like
Yeah.
people will come to me for like a reading or whatever, and the next thing I'm doing like a timeline regression, or I'm doing a generational clearing. uh it's, I always say, you know, you're not going to get what you want, you always get what you need, right? Because there's times where I'm trying to like control how the session would go, like when I was first starting out, like I was like, oh, I got to do this and that. But now it's like you come in and then I start to feel what's needed, right? Like before I try to like figure out before we got on the call, because I wasn't like confident enough in my abilities. You know, I wrote a post the other day like there's times where I still get nervous when I'm doing a reading because I'm like, my spirit team's not gonna show up for me. Like my gifts aren't that good, right? I still have that doubt here, but I feel like it also allows me the space to be proven right, all right, and like, and to build my confidence in my skill set. Like I did a reading last week and I had Abraham Lincoln coming in, and I was like, why the fuck is he here? Right? I was like, I'm not even gonna mention him, but I did because it was like pressing me. And I was like, but he's not, you know, he's here as like a spirit, like a like someone's loved one, not as like
Yeah.
an image. Because they come in like on this side is like my spirit, like the spirit team. And like when I do mediumship, they'll come through. I have a very like gated process, and they'll come through and they can only come on my right side. And that's when I know when I'm talking to like a spirit being, whatever it might be. But on my left side is kind of like the messaging. So like they'll show me like a puzzle piece, like, or cryptics, or like codes, right? And I'll be like, okay, this is a person, this is what they're talking to me. It's like almost like a translator, right? It comes like over me. And I was like, Abraham Lincoln's here. Like he's not
Mhm.
here, he's here. Like he walked right by me. He's not you know, as like a symbol, right? Like someone saying, you know, like if someone liked Abraham Lincoln or something, like it would come on this side. But no, they were a direct descendant of him, and I was like, what the fuck, right? And it's like some, like even sometimes like those moments kind of surprise me. And you know, 'cause I usually don't get surprised, but that surprised me and it made me laugh all day, because it was just like, whoa, like it's so cool when we can get into our gifts and really start to like, I don't want to say believe in them, but there comes a point where it's like you really have to like have full faith in them, right? And it's like moments like that gave me, that was such a strong confirmation for me to be like, oh, okay, my channel's back, right? Like, oh, it's doing, it's really clear. Like, because I'll stop doing mediumship once in a while because I'm just like sick of it. But then I'm like, that was fun, that was cool. So do you ever get bored with like what you're doing? Not bored, but moments where you're like, I don't know if that worked.
Oh, so first of all, very cool that he came in. I love that he came in. And you're open to it, so anybody
Yeah.
could, you know what I mean? Like, and I love that. So I don't get bored. I don't get bored because I tell people, and this is the truth, like I could work with you, Sarah, like every week for 10 years and no session would ever be the same. You're
I love
not
that.
getting the same information. So I'm never bored. Do I doubt myself? Yeah, of course I do. But you said something earlier that I just wanted to touch on. It's like when, and I had a teacher years ago. Oh, I've loved all of my teachers, to be honest, but I did some goddess work with her, and what she taught us was presence. She
Mm,
had a session called Loving Presence. And you might be thinking, what the hell is that? Right? But you would sit with her. It was kind of like a counseling session,
mm-hmm.
but you would sit with her, right? So now you're sitting in each other's fields and she's listening and then she's offering whatever guidance she's
Mm,
guided to offer. When because you had said like you, we do as practitioners, we want to have a game plan. We want
yeah.
to like know, we want to feel confident in what we're doing. And I want to say hello to all the people coming
Oh
in.
yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, hi, hi.
Um, some of the names have already scrolled up, but like we want to feel confident and we want to come across as we know what we're doing. But
Right.
truthfully, the longer I do this, it's like, nope, in this moment, what do you need in this moment? And I don't
Mm-hmm.
know that. And if I say to you that I do, and this is just me speaking, I'm coming from arrogance. And I'm coming from Anastasia, and I'm not letting source come in. I'm not letting
Mhm.
God, source, whatever you call that, creator come in, and the angels and the guides and do the magic, right? Because I believe like you, like when the person says yes to any healing with anyone, it's now you and creator, and I'm the facilitator. I don't even know
Mhm.
what percentage to throw in that I'm doing it, but I'm really facilitating, and it's your soul and God working it out. And we
Yeah.
need help. We need like the helpers, like you and I are helpers.
Mhm.
But like for me to be like, yeah, I did that, it's like, Because the
Yeah.
minute I say that, first of all, we're pushing out all the really cool stuff, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I like to just, I'm really loving like just being present in each moment, like what's coming up, really exploring. And I did want to say something else that I think came out of your session,
Mm.
and then, well, for me it did. And then I had a conversation with somebody else, and I maybe this will help some folks. I think I've had the pleasure of, well, I've been to, there's a point to this story. I've been to a couple of, what do you call them? I mean, I've been to sweat lodges, but I've been to powwows.
Uh-huh.
But many years ago, I met a woman, and her partner, I don't think they were married, but they were committed, was a Native American man. And the way he carried himself, he didn't say much. He introduced himself to us, shook his hand, we met him. Just the way he carried himself left such an impression on me. And I was talking to my friend in a conversation after I'd, a couple days after working with you, and I said, there are people that like just carry medicine around. They walk around and they carry medicine and they don't even have to talk.
Mhm.
And I think I've had lifetimes as a native. I think I've had lifetimes of holding medicine where like we walk on the earth, and the earth shifts, right, and
Mhm.
changes because of what we're holding. And that's how I really want to cultivate that, so that like sometimes I could just be out at the supermarket and I don't have to talk, but
Yeah.
something about me creates that shift. And that, I don't know if that's what you feel when we work
Yeah.
together, but I think that's so powerful because in this day and age, it's all about talking and like I have to prove myself and here's my resume. And it's like, no, like,
Right.
like who, your heart, right? Your heart. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I just feel like that to me is so powerful. Like a tree holds such powerful medicine, and the tree's
Yep.
not going to talk your effing ear off.
No,
You
just
just
me.
sit
I'll
with the
talk to you off.
tree.
No, I
No, but
think right.
you
There's
know
all
what I mean.
different yeah, there's different ways. Like for me, like communication is how I heal, right? It's talking. It's vulnerability. It's allowing because my throat chakra holds a lot. Like you saw, right, when you went in how much coating my vessel has. So there are times where I could just shift an entire room just by walking into it and not doing anything. Yeah, her voice is calming. And it's one of those things where it's like there's different times and different phases and moments. Like there's times where I need to talk because it's unlocking, right? It's unlocking key codes within people. Um, and I infuse humor in a lot of what I'm doing because laughter is the best medicine, right? It's the quickest way to shift your frequency, to elevate you. I mean, I always make this metaphor or assumption to, no, not assumption. Um, I can't think of the word, but Monsters Inc. when they shifted from screaming to laughter, right, and how powerful it was. Um, you know, I was actually talking to the same woman that had Abraham Lincoln. She was like, "Oh, I'm going to start doing improv." I said, "Do it," because like I did improv. I've done like murder mysteries. I've done all that stuff. Comedy has always been my medicine. It's been like the humor, right? The funnier I can be, or the more vulnerable I can be, the more your guard is going to come down, right? So if you see that if I'm the most craziest person in the room, you're going to feel comfortable, right? I make people feel comfortable because I don't fucking care, right? And there's power in not caring. Um, but I do care about a lot of things, right? I do care about people. I do want people to um, be happy and healthy and feel loved. So to me, it's like the not caring about what other people think, right? Especially the work that I'm doing. Like people, there's times where I don't always believe it, but I see it, and things shift and things happen. But there's a lot of people that do judge this type of work, that do critique it or are like skeptical of it, right? but I mean, you and I both, we witness this every day, how amazing it is. You know, but you're the light around you is
I
it's
know,
crazy every time. I love it, but I
I
keep
know,
catching like one little glimpse on
I know.
off to the left of you, but
It's
um,
good, but I feel like it's distracting.
no,
Oh,
I
that
love
makes
it.
okay.
It looks the aura. It's like your aura
Uh,
popping through. All right, well, let's get started because we could talk
okay.
all day,
Yeah.
and
And
then we won't
I
be
do want
playing.
to say that you're right. All of our medicine is different, and yours is your voice. You know,
Yeah.
mine just I don't know. I feel like I've had okay, I do want to just say this. Because I do a type of body work where people lay down and I hold one part of the body. I just hold it. And then the cells and the DNA, whatever it's holding, gives it the opportunity to release. So there's no pressure or pulling or forcing it out. It's like when the body's ready, it will release. And I think that that's just how I work. It's like give the person and the being space.
Hmm.
It's like when you go on vacation, it's like you finally relax,
Yeah.
you know? And with you, like with you using your voice and humor, which I love, and I love being funny too, it's like that's where you're breaking up that energy. You're
Hmm.
going in and you're breaking that up for people. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I feel. So, all right. So,
All right. Now I'm scared. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, nice little, well, long intro. Anyway, okay, so
That's all good.
if you want to take some just nice, deep, just regular breaths, but I'll just invite you to settle into your body and also like your sit bones, because I think you're sitting in a chair. Feel your
Hmm.
feet on the ground. So you're just breathing in and out, becoming more relaxed and then grounded through your feet and sit bones. And I'll just quickly ask for, and then you can also either out loud, Sierra, or silently bring in your guidance team.
Oh, they're already
Um,
here.
so I just ask for, you know, for this time to be protected and for your angels, guardians, guides to come in. That can be ascended masters. It can be gods, goddesses, animals, tree medicine, plant medicine, stone people. Um, only beings of light and love are invited here. And I ask for angels to be placed in the four corners of the room you're in, the four corners of your home, the four corners of your property, for angels to be above you, below you, to the left and right of you, and in front and behind you. And know that this little mini session is whatever you need, whether it's clearing, releasing, maybe a message will come through. Um, it's whatever your soul needs in this moment. And I'm trusting that your guides are assisting here alongside of me, but that they're going to give you exactly what you need. And so it is. So I'm going to read just using my pendulum, not having, you know, I don't know what's up for you today, but I'm just going to ask the pendulum and I'm going to give you, I don't know, anywhere between 5 and 8 fear-based words that you're holding. And you nailed it in the beginning that this is, it could be you in this lifetime. It could be past, future. It could be any timeline. This could be touching on ancestral stuff. Um, so if it's not your stuff, it's your stuff that's come through the ancestors. And I just ask for this part for the when I do the words that you just notice what you feel. Are you
Okay.
feeling physical sensations, tightness, openness? Are you getting an emotional hit, a release? Do you have a memory that floods in? That's all. Just notice, just use your awareness and your breath. Sometimes if there's a word that feels heavy for me, you'll see me take a really deep breath
Hmm.
and then I'll encourage the person I'm working with to take a deep breath because it's a heavy word. Hi, Roxy. Okay, so the first word we're gonna ask to be released is pain. And it's not more specific, so it can be physical, mental, emotional, any pain. The next one is shock, shame. This one I get a lot, coercion. So So that can go both ways. That could be maybe you were on the receiving end of coercion, or sometimes in some lifetimes we coerce. So it could be either or, sometimes both. Dread, panic, indifference, embarrassment, and the last one, boredom. So as you breathe in and out again, Sarah, I'm asking for that all to be transmuted. We say transmute and reboot like you're rebooting a computer, so transmute. And I'll check in with you after, so how you felt. And then I go right into the, do you have anything pressing you want to say about that, or do you want me to go on to the next piece?
No, you're good.
You're good? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're yawning, is that you shifting energy?
It's clearing. Yeah.
Okay. So, that was the clearing piece. And then I'm going to replace with love-based energies. So, sensitivity. And I tell people it doesn't mean you're not sensitive, just bringing more of that in. There's room for more of that now. Empathy. So again, more empathy. Oh, success. I like that.
Mm.
Tolerance. Now, that can be for others, but it can also be for yourself, right? Like you may feel like you need to be more gentle about something. Oh, one of my favorite words. I'm sorry, I'm interjecting my commentary. Delight. But I love that word because we don't say it a lot. But delight, bringing more light in. Trust. Respect. And I'm getting a yes on self-respect and also respect from others and to others. So all of the above. And resourcefulness. That's a good one. Forgiveness. Nice. All right. So here I say download. We want all of that. It has downloaded, but we just say it. And then I ask how much of it was accepted by your being and also cleared, and I get 100%. I always ask for the percentage at the end. When I do like a chart with somebody, I'm always going back to these two charts. This is the crux of the work. But I can do this just as a standalone, just as I did now. Like when I get up in the morning, sometimes I feel icky and I'm like, yeah, let me clear the fear-based stuff and let me replace. So
Mm.
before I do the code, how did that feel for you? Did you notice anything? What was that
Yeah.
like?
My heart space was opening up. A few times my throat definitely was like I wanted to cry when you're doing like the fear-based stuff. But then it was like I could feel tingling in my crown as well when we shifted into like the download parts. So, I mean, it like I could feel it shifting within me, and I know it's going to take a couple days to like release and then allow the other stuff to come in. But I'm very sensitive to energy, so I could feel it. I could literally feel like when you were saying the words, like, oh, because there goes that one. Oops, all right. And it was like I could just feel it within my body, like different ear. I could feel like there was some on my shoulders that felt like usually my back is like my past life stuff. Down the
Mm,
middle is like my present, and then this is like future stuff. Nothing was kind of future besides like a few things in the heart space, like the resourcefulness. Um, but a lot of it, like the pain was like the upper back, like burdens was coming to me. There was a few other things. The shock was a past life one. Um, what was the other one you said? Uh,
Let me see if I can pull it up. I mean, you can go back and listen, but
yeah, there was
they were
there
all
was
in like
there was
same
yeah.
shame.
Oh, the coherence. That
Co-
one brought
coercion.
some. That brought a little confusion. Like I couldn't tell what timeline that was in. But
Mm,
like I'll be able to sit with that one because it's like you said, is it I was doing it and I've been receiving it. So I just thought that was
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these you can interpret because it's releasing for you, so it was done to you. But I just like to put that little caveat in, like maybe we did it and we need to release that too.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah. And so anyone watching this, I didn't say this, but like this is for Sierra, but like if you resonate with a word or if you feel something moving in your body, like these are all words that we've all felt and experienced. So, please use this for you too.
Yeah.
Just because I'm working on Sierra doesn't mean that you may not get a benefit from it. And with the code too that I'm going to do, like just I invite people to just drop into their body and see what they feel with it. Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to share about that?
Yeah, I was just getting like collective, like it's clearing the collective too. Anytime we work on somebody, it clears the collective at some capacity. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And especially when you get the goosebumps or like you're just like, oh yeah, like if you feel something in your body, right? Like
Hmm.
you can hear the word pain in your everyday life, but you're hearing it now. So if something's happening now in your body, that's meant for you.
It's funny
Something-
because like last week I was driving and actually a week ago, I was driving and I pulled over and I just like kind of threw my head up and said, God, take away this pain. I didn't know what the pain was, but I just said, take away this pain. And it was like
Mm,
my heart just ripped open and I bawled. Like I just cried like this,
wow.
it was like I couldn't stop. It was inconceivable. Like I was just almost like when I had my miscarriage, like that type of cry, like where it's just that deep, like the shock that you were saying, like that's what I was thinking of. I was like, was it from the miscarriage and like the pain? And then I felt so free and so clear after it. So it was like
Mhm.
just funny that you said it again. Like it didn't really, it was only on the upper, like definitely felt past life related. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we go about our day and we see things, and some things we process completely and other things we don't. And sometimes somebody says something to us and it leaves like, we're like, ugh, right? But we just go,
Hmm.
yeah, but I got to do this next task. So
Right.
whatever. No, that
Hmm.
gets stored. It gets lodged. It gets like, oh, that was a little hurt. That was
Yeah.
a little, right? So all of these things, we think they're little. I think they're
Right.
little. They're not, right?
Hmm.
Like we're little kids too. Little kids. I have a niece. She's 2.5, and I'm like, what is she thinking and feeling? She can't articulate like we are right now with
Hmm.
these conscious words
Right.
and all this jargon, but she's feeling all this stuff. And how much can she transmute because she's
Hmm.
complete? And how much gets stored as, oh, that didn't feel good, but I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're clearing now. We're just really clearing so
Hmm.
much of the past.
Yeah.
Not all, so, and Lauren's writing definitely feeling some of this as well. That's the point, is these are human experiences that we've had. And
Yeah.
and the more layers that sit on top of each other, it's like, ugh, then we like can't move in our lives and we
Hmm.
can't, right? Like we're
Hmm.
having yeah, things don't flow as well because of all
Right.
the congestion.
Yeah,
So,
it's funny because like Lena yesterday we were at church and this little boy was like she's kind of touchy, like she likes to explore like and feel with her hands and she was around little kids and she's never really around little kids. So she just wanted to like touch the kid, right? And I watched her face and I kind of tell her, I was like, oh, back up a little bit, give space. And this little boy went up to her and just like grabbed her and like touched her. And I just saw her face, the shock, right? She was like, the heck is he doing? Like her, I could just read her, but she was like, that kind of made me feel uncomfortable, but I don't know why, right? And it was just like, she's two, so it was just funny. Like you don't realize because I knew I had to clear her after because I could feel like almost like like she felt violated, right? And it's like, how many times, especially for women, do we feel violated? Right? People touching us or saying things to us or whatever. And you said that hurt, right? Like all of those little things like infiltrate our field and we don't know to clear it, and we're carrying so much of that and that's what we do in catch codes is like you're not even realizing all of the little things that block your frequency, like block your money, whatever it might be. um but yeah, I could definitely feel like some of the things you were saying. I was like, oh, then it like little like visions popped in my head of like the words that you were saying, like of scenarios where that happened for me. and it's like a quick, it feels like a very quick process.
Yeah.
So cool. I like it. This is easy healing, I just want to say. The most
It is.
easy I've experienced, so I love it. I hope you're fully
Yeah.
booked because it's incredible. So
Um, it's easy for me too, and this is important to say, like, when I clear somebody, I don't have to clear myself after because the clearing is right here in real
yeah.
time. It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that you might not have further clearing, but I complete a session, and like when I first started doing Reiki years ago, I'd feel everything,
Uh-huh.
right? And then I
Yeah.
did a different type of Reiki where I didn't pick up stuff.
Yep.
But this clearing is like I can move from one person to the next to the
Hmm.
next. And
Yeah.
it's not because I'm so good, it's literally how my teacher set it up.
Hmm.
And it's my connection to the pendulum where I'm like, I'm just using this to connect to source, to connect
Yeah.
to your higher self. And that's
Hmm.
it. I don't have to get stuck in the story because the whole purpose is to release it. So why do I want to
Yeah.
sit in the story? I don't.
Yeah. And I used to do that, right? I used to take everything on and almost like process for, or I would think that I was processing for them. And I'm like, it's my own shit, right? I'm processing as I go. And I've definitely have shifted to like that ease because I was just like, I used to like cry and like cry until I puked almost sometimes when I do a clearing on myself. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Now you'll see like I'll yawn or like tears just come down. I'm not crying. It's just that's how my body is like moving it through. Um, but yeah, it's funny because like I just recently over the past 2 years really started to understand um, how to use my gifts, right? Like how to use them in the way that it's conducive to my energy and to somebody else too, because you don't want to feel like shit after you're leaving a healing session. There are times where that does happen, especially doing shadow work, right? It has to come out some way. We call it shadow shit, like we joke all the time. But there's a purging because the physical vessel does have to purge. But in the long run, like it should come right back to ease and peacefulness and like light, right? But sometimes when you're digging up that really sticky, icky grossness, there's going to be some type of purge that does happen. Like this weekend, the purging wasn't anything like I wasn't sick, but it was just like I didn't feel like myself, right? Like I could feel I was processing. So I kind of like not disassociated, but allowed the energy to move through me without the human trying to block it. Right. And it just came out and I was able to move. I went to the gym. I moved it out. It was easy, right? It wasn't hard. But all right, let's get going. You and I could be on this all day.
I know.
So let's
But
get, let's get to that
so
frequency code.
for the
Let's get,
code, this is up to you. I can just give you a code just by tuning into what you need, or you can say, can you work on the pain? Or can you give me a code for this? Like if you want to give me a word or a phrase, I'm happy to do that. And I'm going to give people the option when they book this new offering I have.
mm,
You can give me a phrase, or if you're like, I don't know, what do you think? I'm going to tune into your field.
mm,
Now, I can't put a word to it. When I give you the code, I can't after go, well, that was this. I'm just giving
right.
you a code. So, but it will be, some people will be like, I don't know what to pick. Then I'll
Mm,
just give them a code. So it's up to
okay.
you. If you want me to work on something or if you want me to just tune in, it's up to you.
Oh, I kind of want to do both, but
I can do both. I don't mind.
all right,
It's,
my word,
if you have the
my word is
time,
money. Let's show me the
honey.
money, honey.
Okay.
It helps you, it helps me. Come on now.
That's true. Yeah. So being like open to receiving, like just being, having more money come, basically, right? More money.
I'm open to receiving already, so I'm just
Okay.
trying to see where that's coming. Hold on, let me get a hmm. I'm hearing like stillness and like stream, like
Okay.
consistency
Yeah.
within the money.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So I'm going to close my eyes for this part. You
Hmm.
can or cannot. And again, just tune in to see how you feel as I say each number. With some numbers, you might feel very expanded. With some, you might feel contraction, or I have a friend that feels like some numbers she wants to kind of throw up a little. Yeah, so just tune in. And I ask people, see, remember how you felt before, during, and then after.
Okay.
And I'll let you know when I stop because sometimes they go on, and sometimes there's a lull in them. So, Depends on how long it needs to be. All right. 6, 9, 4, 7, 3, 9, 3, 2, 7, 1, 0. 4, 9, 6, 3. All right, that's the end of it, and you can just take your time coming back.
That was like the whole third eye, crown, sinus, and jaw. I could feel like when you got to the fourth number, my jaw just like unclenched and it was like going all the way through my teeth. It
Wow.
was interesting.
Wow. It's cool.
Yeah. But it was like just a ton of pressure all around, like between the third eye and the crown.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just lost sound from you. Oh, here you are. Okay. Ah, you're frozen. You're frozen for me. I hope everybody can hear Sierra. I'm having trouble. You're frozen for me, so I have no idea if people can hear you. Oh, Lauren, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I don't know if it's her connection. Somebody else wrote that too. She, it's her live. She started it, so I'm not jumping off till she ends it. But maybe I will. Let me just message her. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. I know. Yeah, she said somebody's calling her. She's still writing to me, so I'm gonna hang in there. Okay, she's gonna end it. All right. I don't know if she's coming back, but she's ending it. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and maybe she'll jump back on with me for a few minutes, and maybe she won't. Thanks everybody for